Hey, Nick Collier here. This is my latest project. I have been for, I don't know, ever since this building was built, probably 10, 12 years ago, I've been living on the dirt. Now I threw a carpet down on top of the dirt and that helped a lot, but it's still, you know, the dirt, the dust, everything just kind of creates a layer over everything. Not that I'm going to get totally rid of it, but we put this floor back here in, last autumn. And it really worked great, and it got me off the dirt, and I really liked it. So I'm going to extend this further on, and if you'll notice, there's two little pipes here that come out from this deck here. This deck is fully set up with 1-inch pipe that goes back and forth underneath the deck. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook that pipe up to a pipe that runs this full shop. And it'll just go back and forth, and then hook it up to a wood stove. And probably going to put the wood stove right there and crank up the wood stove in the winter time, and I'll have radiant heat in the floor. Now, it's not going to make it warm in here, but it'll make it warmer because, man, it gets cold in here. So I'm pretty excited about that. Right now I'm digging out, 6 inches of dirt. I've come up with about 10 or 12 wheelbarrows full, and I've gotten, about 8 or 9 feet. And I got another 40 feet to go. So it's going to be a long, slow process, and, hey, I'll check back in with you on a regular basis and see what we can come up with. Okay, it's a couple hours later, and I'm about, 6 feet further on up to the front door. I've taken out about 8 or 9 loads of dirt out behind the kiln there, and we're kind of building a little platform out there. And we're still plugging along, but it's coming along. We've dropped down about 8 inches, and that's plenty. Okay, continuing to plug along. I don't know if you can see the line from there, but we've gotten all the way up to here, which is about another, 4 or 5 feet beyond where we were an hour or so ago. And I don't know if you can see this, but this little section right over in here is hard pan, and I'm kind of trying to ignore it because I'm going to have to take my chopper bar here and chop away at that, and we're looking at, probably an inch or 2 every time I chop, and whereas this is such soft material that it just kind of breaks up with the shovel. So continuing to drop our floor down, and it's starting to get exciting because I'm having to take all the junk outside in order to be able to get in here. And once I get the actual floor in, it'll be all fresh and a brand new space to work from. Then of course I'll pull all the junk back in, but I'll kind of clean it up and organize it a little better once that happens. Okay, we're here. We've gotten this far. We've got, and we made our line nice and straight, didn't we, look? Did we make the line nice and straight?
Yes.
Huh? Get your jacket off. Made the line nice and straight, except for that part right there, huh? That part's all raggedy, yeah. But we've done very well, and we're happy. Okay, now we're really moving along. We got John and Patty helping us out, digging away. Man, did we get some miles done yesterday. I'm telling you, look at that. We got a variable cliff right there. I went in yesterday afternoon and watered down this whole area because it was just getting so dusty. And also it's going to help solidify the soil. But you can see we're down. We're right down to where we need to be. I'm going to spin around here. I'm just pulling one wheelbarrow full after another out of here. And we got another 6 feet to go. And hey, then we start putting piers in and starting putting beams on, and hey, we're going to get a floor. All right, we're plugging along here. We're getting right down to the last little bit. Maybe what, another 5 feet or so? And then we can start putting piers in. Oh, we got to get rid of all that stuff behind Patty there. Hey, Patty. All right. Okay, we're chiseling away at the hard pan over here. This whole side of the barn was just like hard as concrete, and we've been chiseling it away for a while. As you see, we're down to a few feet here, and then we're ready to put the piers in. We've gotten down about 8 inches over here, and back up in there about 6 inches. Just enough to get a foundation underneath the deck, and then to put the decking on top of it. So, keep chipping away. We got it. We dropped this baby down 8 inches or so, all the way up into that corner, and dropped this front edge down too. We also put a pile of dirt up behind there to bring in, because the floor is going to be, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches taller. If you see the pier back here, it's going to be level with the top of that pier. So it's going to be 4 or 5 inches taller. So we want to get a taper coming down from the floor with dirt or something like that. So I piled up a bunch of dirt there. I'm going to show you where we put the dirt, because that's one of the future projects. Let's see if we can get back there without wiggling around too much. There's our path. There's our old floor, or our fairly new floor. And if we get in here, we come around the kiln. Let me just show you the kiln, because it's kind of a defunct old kiln. We're going to tear the kiln apart and move all this steel, and then push the building out. And if you'll see the pile of dirt back here, we've moved. Actually, the dirt started when we began. The dirt was about right there. That's where the top of the taper it was, and so we've moved out all the way out to there and spread that out pretty well. So at some point, I'm going to let the rain and the time just kind of solidify this a bit, get it pretty solid, a year or two, and then come in, and we're going to build a semicircular structure out here that will tie in. I don't know if we can get to it, but maybe we can do it from there. It'll tie into that roof line right there, and kind of finish off this corner, and also seal it. So that's that for that. Now comes the semi-fun part of laying out the piers and running a bunch of strings back and forth and then spotting the piers, and then digging the holes to pour concrete so we can set the piers in the concrete and get them nice and level. That's the next step, and stick with me. We're going to be having some fun
Got
here.
the floor we've taken 8 inches out of the dirt of the floor. Now we're going to put the piers in, but first before we put the piers in, we have to figure out where they're going to go. So I'm going to run strings back and forth here, and we're going to fast forward this so that it's going to take me an hour or so, and it'll go through in about a minute.
Why what?
Why is it going to silent?
Because it's going to go fast, and when it goes fast, it's silent. Well, it can go fast, but then it sounds like instead of making the voice. Oh, man. Okay, give me a.
What we can say.
Okay, Nick here. It's the next morning. I've already been at it for a couple of hours so far, and I've gotten 8 or 9 piers in. And you can see these aren't your standard piers with big tall concrete brick and the little clip or the wooden block that goes under it. No, because I don't have the room. I'd have to go down another 4 or 5 inches in order to be able to put those piers in. So I went and got these little blocks here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in on top of the blocks with a 4x4. Oops, no, it goes the other way, 4x4 that way, and then just space the blocks out, or the post, or not the post, the beam out with a bunch of little spacer blocks. And then literally, and I found it works really well, is just some silicone caulk. And caulk it, put the block down, caulk the top of the block, and put the beam running the length of the building. So what we've got is, probably 30 or so more piers to put in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and I always have problems once I get the pier going in. I have to pull the stake in order to dig it out, and then of course I lose my place and my piers get off a little bit. So I've decided this time I'm going to actually do a compass circle around each stake. And that way I kind of know pretty much exactly where my center is. So We did 2. We've got them leveled out, and so we got about 30 more to do, and I'll, just save you the effort here, and I'll get back with you when we get pretty close to the end, and we'll be able to see kind of where we're at. Okay, we've got the majority of these things figured out and in place and level and ready to go. We brought in our 4x4s, and I still have 15 more piers to do up in that front section, but I think we're in pretty good shape. And we will call it a day because I'm beat, and then I'll be back tomorrow. Oh no, not tomorrow because we're going to the Bay Area, but back Monday and finish it up, and we'll go from there.